our shoes on. These guys are like, hey, what's that scar on your face? Oh, this is where my brother smashed my face into the hot barbecue grill. Oh! Okay, cool. One time, me and my brothers, we were having a bottle rocket fight at each other. We were shooting bottle rockets at each other. And my dad came home and was like, what are y'all doing? He's like, we're having a bottle rocket fight. He's like, all right, the wind is moving east to west, so you're gonna shoot it up this way. You cool with this? Yeah, figured out. We got no skills, so we don't, at least we don't brag about it. You know, Wesley, like, we try to keep it inside. Because we try to keep it inside, because it's that we don't know anything. Like, you just know how to tile the house, refixture the lamp, you can do the plumbing, you just know, you're like, you know, I don't know, where you know, where'd you learn all that stuff? Yeah, he just knows. I don't know nothing. But I try to keep it in. I try to at least act strong. You know what I'm saying? I try to act, me and guys, Corey, we try to act strong. But now kids these days, it's over. Like, let me ask you, if you, what would happen if it was a little chilly outside? Let's say you go outside, it's like 15 degrees, you're wearing a t-shirt, right? What's your name again? Rob? Ryan. Your mom's like, Ryan, do you need a jacket? It's a little cold out there. Ryan, do you need a jacket? What do you say? Yeah, see? No. I was a man right there. What about if you get a little fight at recess with your buddies and you come back in, you got a little bloody nose, and the teacher's like, Ryan, what happened out there? What happened? What do you say? Yeah, see, blame it on it, or say nothing, or blame it on somebody else. Not the kids these days are just running out, excuse me, I have a peanut allergy, please. Attention, everyone, I am a very weak person, I'm very sensitive, I'm offended by everything I read on the internet, attention. I can't eat peanuts, I can't smell peanuts, I can't look at peanuts, I can't even watch Snoopy. I'm very sensitive. Like, I know allergies exist. I know it's a real thing. I know, I'm just saying, keep it in. Be strong. Like, project some strength, please. Just project some strength. People just, like, and ladies, I love you to death, I really do, but we gotta stop with these t-shirts. Namaste in bed. Feed me tacos and tell me I'm pretty. Fitness, more like fitness pizza in my mouth. Allergic to mornings. I woke up like this. Well, it doesn't look good, okay? It doesn't look good. Clean it up, okay? It's embarrassing. At least project some strength, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why these terrorists keep trying to take out buildings. Honestly, if they just took out the cell phone towers, we'd all be dead in 2 days. Every American dead 2 days, guarantee it. We don't know how to eat, we don't know how to find our way home, I don't know how to navigate, I don't know how to find a girlfriend, like it's over. Lucky people that do find food, like what's the point of eating it if we can't Instagram it, like... It's over, it is over. And we need a sign for everything, everywhere we go we need a sign now. It used to be, people were just smart, people just had common sense. Now everywhere, no running, no walking, here's a curb, step up, okay. Before there was no sign, people were tripping and dying. We gotta get a sign up, people want to see it. Attention, stool approaching, stool approaching. Okay. Like ever bought a pair of shoes, you see that silica gel package in there, what's it say? Who's eating these? How many people have died? We gotta get a sign up on the silica gel. People are dying. People are buying Nikes and they're dying. We gotta get a sign up. I went to Rocky Mountain National Park in Colorado. So there's a sign that says, attention, do not take selfies with elk. Dude, listen, I love Jesus. We gotta take these signs down and start weeding some people out. I'm sorry. It's unbelievable how people have, like Lewis and Clark, think about it. Cross the Rocky Mountains in a horse and a cart. We can't even cross an intersection. Like, what did we do before the days of the... I get anxiety, I'm telling you, I get anxiety, I cannot, what gives you more anxiety than walking up to an intersection? It's like 8, 7, 6. Go, what is swirl? Go! Ask your grandparents. It's like, hey, Granddad, how'd y'all used to cross intersections? Well, let me tell you, son. What we would do is we would come up to an intersection, and what we would do is we would just look to see if there was any cars. And I know this is gonna blow your mind, but if there wasn't any cars, we just walked across. My granddad's Evel Knievel. There's going to need to be a sign everywhere. I went to Peru on a mission trip with my church, and we were going down to swim in the Amazon River. And the guide happened to be walking by. He goes, oh, if you're going to swim in the river, make sure you swim in groups of 3 or more so you scare away the anacondas. What? I feel like that needs a sign. He's like, I don't know, I figured it was common sense. I was like, sorry, I'm from America. We don't have that. We do not have common, like pretty soon there's going to need to be a sign at the zoo, like no kids in the gorilla cage. Like, hold on, there was no sign. The kid did not know. The kid did not know. He didn't. That's what I'm talking about, right? There was a kid, hold on, let's just think this through as adults. This is college, this is critical thinking, university. Let's just think this through together, Swoop, okay? There was a gorilla in his cage. That's fact number 1. Fact number 2 is that there was a kid the kid was in the cage of the gorilla. And they were trying to figure out what to do. And I was like, if we gotta take out one of them, I don't know if we made the right choice. I think we did. How would you feel if you were just sitting in your cubicle on Tuesday afternoon, just typing away at the office, and then a Bengal tiger walked in and they shot you? Wait till he get to heaven, he gotta talk to his other gorilla friends, like, how did you, oh man, let me tell you this. You would not believe what happened. Y'all fighting in the Congo and stuff like that. I was in Cincinnati Zoo, eating a banana. And this kid had come in there, and I didn't even touch it. I did drag him through the water a little bit. This kid had to come, and I saw him on my banana. I was like, if he comes over this ledge, I'm gonna discipline this kid a little bit. They shot that gorilla. It was crazy. I read the whole story. It said that gorilla was the central attraction of a zoo that brings in $150 million in revenue a year. $150 million. I was like, man, this kid better go on to be successful. Like, if he started eating working at Chipotle, we made a bad investment. That's all I'm saying. People are weak, dude. People are getting weaker. And listen, my churches, we're not helping anybody either. We got gluten-free communion at my church. Gluten-free. Somebody must have died at communion. We need gluten-free options. We need gluten-free options. We're gluten-free. I would just wish for once a pastor would be like, go somewhere else. Pastor, I'm leaving it up to you, please. If somebody comes gluten-free, just say, get out. I cannot deal with the people. Just pack your own lunch if you're gluten-free, okay? Somebody must. I always wonder if you get to heaven, you gotta check in, you gotta tell them how you died. You ever think that? You know what I'm saying? Please don't. Like I'm saying, if you checked in, you know what I'm saying? You'd be like, what happened? You're like, gluten communion got me. Did you pray? Yeah, well, we ain't answering that prayer request. Okay, so don't even send that one up here. I'm just saying, if you got to heaven, you're like, what happened? You're like, I died of tuberculosis. I was a missionary in Africa. They'll be like, welcome in. Who's next? I was a missionary in China. I got shot smuggling Bibles across the border. They'll be like, welcome in. I don't think anyone from America's getting in. Like, what happened to you? I had an anxiety attack because I lost my fidget spinner. Weak people. Remember back in the day, when you were pastor, how long have you been pastor? 20 years. Remember back in the day, communion was with bread. It was a chunk of bread, like big. Remember that? Remember taking communion you had to chew? Remember those things? You want to go to lunch? No, I'm good. I just had communion. I'm straight. That was big. Remember how you had to get the bread and dip it? Remember dipping it in the juice? After like 30 people through, there's that film on the top of the juice. There's a hangnail in there. Nobody got sick. Remember, nobody got sick. Now everybody, like, it's like pretty soon it turned into, I don't know, what do you guys do for communion now? What do you guys do? You got rip and dip? My man, we need t-shirts, rip and dip. Okay. I'll get some t-shirts. What do you do, rip and dip? All right, yeah. It just changed. It turned into like a cracker. I don't know where it turned into a cracker. I'm trying to think of a word that goes with like lacquer and cracker. I don't know, I'll figure something out, it'll come to me. Then it turned into a wafer. I don't know why, it's a wafer. You can barely taste it. It'll dissolve on your tongue, you can barely taste it. I wouldn't be surprised if soon churches were like, we're just gonna put a piece of bread up on the screen, okay? Just look at it, take a deep breath, I don't know. If you're allergic, there's a safe space in section 4. Weaker and weaker by the day. That's why I hope, listen, I read the news sometimes and I get worried that we're gonna have a war, but I don't, like, we got the best military on the planet Earth, the best military, but, if we had to have a draft, with this group of 18 to 25-year-olds we got running around this country, just a bunch of life coaches and bloggers, we'll help. Ever been shot? No, I've been triggered. Weak people, dude. This is weaker and weaker. We got no win. What if we have to defend the country? We need these guys. We gotta call them. We're like, Dad, can you come help load this gun? I don't know. We got no skill. Like, imagine if the Civil War happened today. If the Civil War happened in 2017. With this group of kids we got running around, we'd win the battle. We wouldn't even make it to the field. All right, man, tomorrow we take the field. What is that, ragweed out there? It looks like a lot of pollen out on that field. Can we text the general, can we delay the battle till April? I'm having an allergic reaction, I don't have my inhaler. Just in the bunker taking selfies. Hashtag Confederate life. Just stuffing a musket while taking an inhaler at the same time. That looks like a lot out there. I don't know if I can do it. Abraham Lincoln, not my president. They're trying to like cut down some trees for firewood. That's bad for the environment. Like, all right, I'm gonna go take the field. You need a shield? No, just use essential oils. Oh. Please, white people, can we stop with the essential oils, please? Please. Eucalyptus on my ear helps with my cell phone battery. No, it doesn't. You gotta stop. It's just like activities for rich white women. That's all essential oils is. That's why they have the name of essential, because some people were like, this doesn't seem essential. If we call it essential, then we're like, we gotta buy it. It costs $30 for 4 ounces. Somebody said one time, oh, John, you make fun of essential oils? Did you know that Jesus used essential oils? What do you have to say about that? You know about gold, frankincense, and myrrh? Okay. He got that for the gift for his birth.